I do want to talk about merchandise a little bit with you because at the show that we saw you, I saw you were slinging some Colombian coffee there. I believe it was Colombian coffee,
It
right?
was.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
have,
Yeah,
Can you
definitely.
tell us a little bit about
did you have
that? I
some?
think that's a brilliant
Did you
idea.
have some?
Oh yeah, I totally have.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
That's
need
the-
more, dude. I need more
Yeah,
Yeah,
coffee.
for sure.
You have to
Yeah,
come back.
so one of the main, articles we bring, is for, pardon, um, the main things we bring when we on tour is coffee. And my family has a farm in Colombia. They don't produce any coffee, but the neighbors, they have a big coffee plantation that they sell, regularly to different countries. There's like, fair trade and all the, yeah. But what they do is they send us like a box with,
Yeah.
with coffee every 2-3 months. That's what we have as a merchandise. So it's the actual coffee directly from Colombia, and then here we have someone that they put them in bags and put the tags, and
Right.
then
Yeah.
that's the way it is. But I think it's a good way of, putting the cultural aspect into to the people's
Brilliant.
mind.
It's brilliant.
When I came to Canada, the first thing, every time I said, "Oh, where are you from?" I'm from Colombia. People would say, "Oh, so did you bring anything?" So in my mind, I was like, "Are you talking about coffee? What are you talking about?" But no, they're not talking about coffee. They're talking
No.
about cocaine, or
Yeah,
drugs.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to change that perception. Like I need to, So I made a song, talks about it, that says, back in the day when there were all these problems with the mafias and stuff in Colombia, they were, they made they want to talk to the people that will farm, the amapola, or they will farm the plants to do that. And for them, it was, well, if I make coffee or bananas, or if I make oranges, if I put a plant that in my farm, the chance that I will sell those is slight minor than if I, plant, any other thing. So by going through that, I discovered that some people will do that, will plant the stuff even if it was illegal, because there was a certainty that there will be a pay at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And
Supply and
it wasn't
demand.
exactly, but it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna make super rich because the farmers, they won't make that money. There's the traffickers that they want, they do the money with that. So when I came in, it was like, oh man, if people knew that some people have to produce, have to do that because they need to survive, and if it was not enough people buying it, it wouldn't be a good business. It wouldn't be a business. And that's one point. The second point is like, no, I want people to remember Colombia because of the great music and because of a good coffee. Because Colombia is the producer of coffee, number one producer of coffee in the world,
Yeah.
and for different regions nowadays. There's also many other coffee regions around the world, but Colombian coffee is very well known and very, I want people to remember, oh, you come from Colombia, the coffee,
Yeah.
anything else, anything
Yeah.
else. And also, well, we have a lesser problem with consumption, with drug consumption in Colombia than there is, in North America, So
Right.
I think people, people consume, but not as much as northern, So I think the tag,
The perception of
the
it.
perception should not be, oh yeah, well, you're a producer and you should be, the bad guy, but well, you're the consumer. So
That's right.
thank you, but the consumer, it's like, you're the consumer.
Hell
it's
yeah,
like,
dude.
like to,
if you stop buying, I won't produce.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
exactly it.
And then and then for those people that produce it, is like, oh well, they're not multimillionaires. No, they're just they want to produce their land, their farm. They want to do anything and leave themselves. Well, nowadays it's a different story because nowadays it's like it's very more regulated, or it's less. And I think the business moved to Mexico. Now as we're talking about Mexico, that's what is happening now. Less than it is in Colombia, and And yeah, so I think that, for me, it's like, well, we should see it as a different perspective. If someone has to have a tag, like cocaine or marijuana, whatever, it's certain not the producers, certainly the country that consume.
And it's coffee. Yes.
Coffee, yeah.
Oh, it's coffee. Yeah.
And
It's
where
dog, but it's good.